And remember, if you have Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram, just hit me up at My Name is Reeves and you can stay connected to all my great content. And make sure you share if you like what you hear. All right, whenever I hear people say, if I could tell my younger self what I know now, my first thought is, there are so many versions of my younger self. I could not just focus on one message that would cover the entire period. So in keeping with the spirit of these recent graduations, I am going to take the opportunity to share with you the life advice that I would give to the 4 different younger graduate versions of myself. My 18-year-old high school grad self, my 21-year-old undergrad self, my 25-year-old graduate school self, and my 31-year-old law school grad self. All right, to my 18-year-old high school graduate self, I will tell you to take a look to your left and to your right and all around you, because there is a very good chance that you'll never see these people again. And that's okay. You just spent the last 12 years in a very controlled environment with effectively the same group of people. And although you have had some wonderful experiences, you do not have a clue about the great things that are about to happen to you. You are going to be launched into an area where you are going to be meeting all kind of people from all kind of places that you've never heard of, with experiences you've never known about and things you've never seen. And oh yeah, these new people that you're meeting, they're going to be moved by their experiences just being with you as well. And you're going to make a lot of mistakes. Oh boy, yeah, you're going to make a lot of mistakes. But you know what? This is the time to make them. You're going to be put in so many unfamiliar situations, and you're going to make so many dumb moves, but each one of those moves is going to build on the version of you. Now, and you're going to change your mind about a lot of things. Now that you're graduating from high school, you probably thought you knew exactly what you wanted to do. And then what's going to probably happen is about a year afterwards, you're going to start to realize you want to do something else. And then about a year after that, you're going to want to do something else. And there is nothing wrong with changing your mind, because guess what? You are experiencing so many things that are new and so many places that you've never been. And you're going to be meeting so many people that you've never interacted with before, that you're going to start figuring out, or at least trying to figure out, what you love and what loves you. And sometimes that requires you to change your mind. To my 21-year-old undergraduate self, I tell you congratulations, but I also tell you that it's okay if this is not where you thought you would start. You were only 18 when you just came into college, and at that time, you probably thought that you knew what you were doing. But over the last few years, you've met some dynamite people who've exposed you to a lot of different things. You have done all kind of things. You've taken all kind of different classes. You've had all kind of wild experiences. And now you are worried that maybe, just maybe, you made a mistake. Because today, you are now in a much different place. I'm going to tell you, first of all, you are right where you're supposed to be. Okay? And second, now you get to go out into the world and put these things that you've experienced into application. I will tell you that the circle of people you were involved with will probably get a little smaller, because now that you're out of college, you probably only have kind of a core group of people that you deal with. And you are all going to go and deal with these things at the same time. Now, in addition, here are a few other things that's going to happen. A lot of your friends are going to start getting married, and you're going to be in a lot of weddings. Some of your friends are going to start having kids. You're going to hit that mode where a lot of your friends who had dreams of doing things with you, they're going to start telling you that those things are going to have to take a backseat to their own lives. Now, do not feel that your dreams have to disappear because their lives have changed, because guess what? Your life has changed too. Embrace every wild impulse to do something different, new, or out of the box, because this is truly the time to explore all those things that you wanted to try. And do not ever think that your dreams are tied to any one person. These dreams are yours. To my 25-year-old graduate school self, now that you have your master's degree, if you are trying to elevate your game, you're going to have to do that on your own. The degree is great, and you should be very proud of your accomplishments, but the degree does not open any doors for you unless you choose to find the door to knock on. And do not be surprised if you get opportunities that come in ways that you never expected. And do not allow yourself to believe that this degree that you have now defines you in terms of what you are and what you want to do. Now that you have a master's degree, now is the time for you to master another part of your life. You're going to probably start to feel like you are growing away from some of your friends that you still have from high school, and even more so from your friends from college. You're going to start noticing that the time that you spend with them is not as frequent as you used to. You're going to get some wild opportunities, and these opportunities are probably going to remove you from some of your old friends and force you into situations and new environments to make new friends and create new relationships. And let me tell you, that's okay. A master's degree is just an affirmation that you are in charge of mastering your fate. And the only way you can do that is to take a hard look at the decisions that you made and start making more aggressive decisions about what kind of life you want and what are you willing to do to make that life a reality. To my 31-year-old law school graduate self. So you graduated from law school. That's great. But you do realize that your degree does not define you. Once you take the bar exam, if you choose to do so, and you become an attorney, should you choose to do so, you'll probably see yourself as an attorney, and there will always be people who will see you as an attorney. But you're so much more than that. If you have already decided that you do not want to go back to school anymore, that's great, because you already have achieved 9 years worth of education underneath your belt. Now is the time that you should say to yourself that I want to explore every version of me and what it has to offer. Your law degree doesn't define you. Just like becoming an attorney or a judge or a partner or a professor is not the only measures of your success. You're heading into a part of your life where you're going to impact and influence so many other people. You may not realize it, but you're creating a brand for yourself that will stand apart. Yes, there will be people who will remember you from graduate school. Yes, there will be people who will remember you from undergrad. Yes, there will be people who will remember you from high school. But the people who see you now will be so amazed that you got to where you are that they are amazed that the other versions of you even existed. They're amazed because the version that they are seeing now is so spectacular, and it is important that you recognize that the version of you now is spectacular. You're going to start to wonder, though, if you wasted your time doing all these other things that you did in the past, because you're going to get so many opportunities, you're going to start to question yourself. These opportunities are coming from the fact that you had different skills that you acquired from high school, undergrad, grad, and law school. So while you're sitting there feeling this way, recognize you're going to now find yourself being given the opportunity to do so many things outside of your chosen profession, you're going to doubt whether or not you actually made the right decisions early on. You're going to start saying to yourself, man, if I knew this was what it was going to be like, if this is what I was going to do, I wish I could have done this sooner. But the reality is that you are learning a very valuable lesson. Anything that you are doing right when you're supposed to do it. To all 4 versions of myself, I want you to understand a few things. You're going to make some mistakes. You're going to second guess your decisions. You're going to question how you've done the thing that you did and whether or not you made or may have made the right decision. You're going to ask yourself questions while you're doing some things. You're going to have doubts. You're going to have downfalls. You are going to have moments where you truly believe that you made some of the worst mistakes any person could have humanly made. You're going to believe in your heart that you have wasted time and just wished you could have done things differently. But I need you to understand that every version of you is the right version at the right time, doing the right thing. I tell you all not to drag any mistakes or regrets or decisions that you believe you made with you into the future. I tell you not to let anyone try to anchor you or allow yourself to be weighted down by any feelings of self-doubt and insecurity. I tell you to welcome every challenge that comes your way. I tell you to dust off any doubters who may try to discourage you. I tell you to accept every challenge that you believe is bigger than you, because the reality is you are bigger than any challenge that you face. I share this advice with you hoping that you are open to the possibility that you have the ability to make so many great things happen. And more importantly, there are so many great things waiting for you. And I don't want you to pass up any opportunity to live the life that you want, to take the path that you believe you are meant to walk and enjoy everything that comes along with it. The next years of your life are going to be filled with an endless supply of unexpected moments of growth opportunities. You have been preparing for these things your entire life. So let us go forth and go out and enjoy life and everything that comes along with it.